How do you avoid burnout in the car community? Well, burnout stems from one or two different things. It stems from having a really bad experience in the car community or having zero purpose. So let me explain. So a lot of people will have burnout because, let's say, they bought a project car because some YouTuber told them to, like a 240SX or a really beat up Miata, or like any beat up car that's like a project car, and they didn't know much about cars. They didn't know what they're gonna get themselves into. So as soon as they start tearing it down, their parents start yelling at them, and then their friends start helping them, and then they fade out, and from there you're just stuck with a money pit. Basically, you spent all this money and time, and you haven't even driven the car yet. So that's like one bad experience. You've lost money, you've lost time, you lost friends. Your parents start yelling at you to get the car out of the garage, and that's one example of a bad experience that might lead to burnout, where you might tell yourself, hey, I am never going to get into cars again because it's just, a bunch of headache. Another experience is having zero purpose, like I said before. A lot of people will get into the car community just for other people, but in reality, no one cares. No one cares what car you have. No one cares how much horsepower you have. No one cares whether you have the leather trim option or this option or a Porsche or a BMW. No one cares, because if you're doing stuff for the wrong reason, as in if you're buying cars just to impress others, you're gonna get burnt out pretty quick. But if you do it for yourself, it's a different story. So a lot of people will chase the clout or chase like the thoughts, I guess, the impression of other people when buying a car. Like some people will buy a really expensive BMW or like a brand new Supra just so they could like show it off and be like, hey, my Supra runs 9 seconds, and just to like compare it to other people, but really have no end goal. Like a lot of people have like short-term goals that can promote burnout real quick once you like achieve them. Like once you have the fastest car in the city, like that's it. You know what I'm saying? Or let's say you have the most expensive car in your friend group. That's it. Or let's say you have like the coolest car in the friend group. Like that's it. Like you need a bigger purpose, more long-term goal to like have that continuing purpose for cars and not experience burnout. So like, for example, for me, I want to compete in professional drifting one day. Therefore, that goal, that long-term goal, is going to take 10 years, maybe even 15 years, and I could keep on working towards it. While another person might be like, oh yeah, my goal is to have my car at Riverside or Slammed Enough. And then within 2 to 3 years, that's possible. You achieve that goal and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the short-term goal. And what's your purpose after that? A lot of kids got into cars in high school because their friends were into cars. Whether it be because of Forza or the simulator with like Assetto Corsa, or just like movies that had cars, like Fast and Furious, Transformers, stuff like that. But after you graduate high school, your friends separate, and one goes into, let's say, the military, one goes into college, one goes into here, one goes into there, and like you just don't have anyone to relate to anymore with cars. And that's also another reason you could experience burnout. What I recommend is find the people that have the same long-term goals as you. So like, let's say you want to build the most perfect show car that wins the awards. So find friends that also want to do that also want to make the cars look perfect and are very detail-oriented and, think about the little things of their car. And with that, both of y'all or all of y'all can like grow together. Or like, let's say one of y'all wants to do track days. Find other people that are interested in racing as well that can boost you up and, help you prevent from losing motivation or experiencing burnout. For me, it was slightly difficult to find friends in small town in Alabama that enjoy drifting or want to compete in drifting, and I still struggle with that. But there's a lot of people that are into drifting surprisingly everywhere. So in high school, I had friends that were into drifting and they faded out. But I went to more drift events, and that's who I found that were also into drifting and competitive drifting and FD. So if your excuse is, well, I don't have any friends that are into cars, you might not be trying hard enough. Like, let's say you're into drifting, go to drift events, make friends. Let's say you're into grip racing, like track days and stuff. Go to track days, go to racetracks near you, or even get on the sim and get on servers and text in the chat, hey, you want to get on Discord and talk while we run the Nürburgring, Like, let's say you're into drag racing, go to the local drag strip, or find people at other drag strips that are not too far, but not like, let's say you don't have one in your town. Find people that have like a drag setup car, and just like roll down your window and be like, hey man, I love your car, cool car, like let's connect. Or ask them questions, because a lot of people in the car community, they won't hesitate to answer any question you have. Like, if you're smart enough and you're like, hey, what engine are you running, or what platform are you running, or what's your plans for the car, they'll gladly tell you. It's very easy to make friends in the car community, and with friends, it's hard to get burnt out if you have other friends that have similar interests as you, and that also make you excited about cars as well. So I have a huge passion for racing, no matter what kind it is. So it's not easy for me, but it's easy to find, especially with F1's popularity these days, it's easy to find someone that's really interested in racing. And either they could teach you something, or you could teach them something when it comes to your sector of racing. So I have a friend from college that's really into F1, that's really into iRacing. He taught me a bunch about iRacing, and I taught him a bunch about drifting. So it's a mutual relationship where if you're not alone, it's very hard to get burnt out. Or if you're not chasing someone else's goals and you're chasing your own goals, it's extremely hard to get burnt out. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Hopefully my mic is on. But look at that tree. That tree's nice. And I love the scenic routes of Alabama. But let's say you're not competitive. You don't want to do competitive motorsports. You're not into racing, and you're not even into the slammed cars or the competitive show cars. Like, you don't want to make your car perfect. You just have a normal car like me, like an NA Miata. Comment down below, hey man, what camera are you running? Hey man, you want to make videos like this? Let's say you have a passion for making videos. I'll gladly answer you. Or let's say you have a passion of just having a nice car to cruise on, cruise through the back roads. That's the easiest thing to do. Like, just get a car, any car, it could be even a Jeep, and cruise the back roads of your local town. You could find anyone that would love to cruise with you, whether it be an old man with a Corvette, or even your mom with her SUV, She'd be glad to sit in the car with you or follow you to cruise around the city, because a lot of people have cars, but not a lot of people are interested in cars like racing or motorsports. A lot of people just like to have a good time, and in my opinion, the easiest thing to do is cruise around, look at the view, look at the flowers, look at the trees, have a conversation with someone, whether it be in the car or on the phone, like with someone following you. And that's what I used to do in high school. I mean, a lot of us didn't have money to mod our cars or even have like nice cars. Like, I had a 1998 Avalon with rod knock, where if you'd open the door card would stay right here. You know what I'm saying? But we would always cruise. Like, we would turn on the music, let's get an all-in-one car and cruise around. And like, I never experienced any sort of burnout with that, because there's always something different. Again, you could avoid burnout very easily if you find like-minded people to be around that are into cars. Or if you have a big purpose of like a more long-term goal, like building a show car, competing, or even having the ultimate cruise car, if that makes sense. Like let's say you want a Miata and you want to build it as the ultimate cruise car. What would that be, in my opinion? In my opinion, it'd be a good sound system, AC that works well, maybe an upgraded engine package. Like, this is a 1.6 putting a 1.8 Miata engine in it, putting an intake for the sound, maybe some little things around the cabin, just make it more comfortable, like this cup holder, and just have a nice coffee cup cruiser. That's what I'm gonna call it, a coffee cup cruiser, because you go to the coffee shop, get a coffee cup, hopefully with coffee in it, horses and chicken, and just cruise around. Like, whenever you're off from work, get in your nice car, put the top down, get your coffee, cruise around. And let's say you accomplish that goal in 1 or 2 years. What other car would you want? Let me say that again. What car do you want next? Or what car did you want as a kid? Like, get that car next if you want that. There's always something else to do to minimize burnout. Let's say you don't have the money for another car. Well, find other people with a Miata. There's Miatas at the Gap, at the Tennessee Tail of the Dragon. Even though I'm around a road that kind of looks like the Tail of the Dragon, but it's my town's Tail of the Dragon. But find other people with your car and relate to them. A lot of people are scared to connect with others in the car community for some reason, because they're afraid of judgment. But it's kind of funny how that works. We're in an age of social media, but we're less social. That's another rant for another day. But don't be afraid to connect with others and enjoy each of y'all's cars separately or together. You know what I'm saying? So the entire point of this video was, a lot of my friends have faded out of cars, whether it be a bad experience, too expensive purchase of a car where they got drowned by the car payments and insurance and maintenance, or whether it be a project car that took too much time and too much money and had too many problems, or even just basic burnout of not being around other people that were into cars. So they just faded out of cars and found a new passion or found a new hobby. So let me tell y'all this. Find people that have the same passion as you. And at first it's going to be difficult, but find people that enjoy racing if you're into racing, that enjoy show cars if you're into show cars. Find those people, stay in touch with them, and plan events with them. Let's say you go to a drift event, or let's say you go to a car show, or let's say you go to even like y'all cruise together. I promise you, if you find a group of friends that have the same or even more amount of love and passion for cars, I promise you, you won't get burnt out. And if you're alone, we live in a day and age where social media is everywhere. Everyone has social media. Find people online to go on this, get on the sim with. Find people online to share pictures of your builds. Like, let's say you're passionate about building cars. Hey man, I just got this intake on this Miata. Hey man, I just got this exhaust. Da, 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 da. There's no excuse for not finding people that are as into cars as you are. So that's my message for this video. And still, 90% of y'all aren't, or 98% of y'all aren't subscribed. So hit that button for me. You don't even have to hit the bell icon, and enjoy yourselves. Just have fun with cars and don't take it too seriously. And set a long-term goal for yourself, and do yourself a favor and do that. Also, thanks for 11K views on that, not the previous video, but the video before that. Really appreciate it. I'm definitely going to do more POV videos for y'all. But yeah, I'll see y'all next Sunday. Peace.